Hello, we are back with this game, Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged, because Dan requested, and I quote, Broken Sword what's its face, the one in France. So, you know, we are always aiming to please the viewers, so we are playing the one in France with the goat. Just trying to remember, I was just trying to refresh myself as to where I got to. And I vaguely remember something about a hotel where we got frisked. And something that I'm assuming we have to throw out into an alley. And I think there was a fancy lady playing a piano. Oh, and it's something with a clown buzzer that we kept on trying to make everyone, you know, shake our hand and all that. Hang on, I've shrunk. There's an evil clown in the sky in that, because an evil clown basically blew up a cafe. Clownge? Spacecraft. So yeah, we have a hotel. Do we have an audio? It's an emote. It is not showing, just so you know, if it's supposed to show. I don't know if this one has voices, I can't remember, so I'm just going to turn it up a little bit and let me know if it's too loud / you can't hear. So, we'll just start with talking to the lady because I've forgotten what we were doing.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
It does have voices. Okay. Oh, we can ask her about a key.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
No, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
This lady is just class. Her face is like twice as big as mine. It's really weird.
I say, you there, flunky.
Also,
Oui,
it's 1 degree
madame.
here, Scruff. I wouldn't advise
Listen
streaking either which
carefully.
way.
You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Right. Come on. All the way across here. Pick up key. Right, so apparently we're not stuck. We just... You know. So, brief history of the story. At the start of the game, we're in a cafe. A guy with a briefcase walks in. Then a clown walks in. And then it explodes. Sorry, I just inhaled some dust. That was unhelpful. Yeah. So, we have a hotel key, a hand buzzer, a photograph, a sewer key, a red nose, and a tissue. We know it's a clown because we also had a piece of cloth at some point.
It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing Plantar.
Okay, so we can't zoom in on that. But this guy was dressed as a clown. Hey, Dan and Milo. I was just saying we were doing the one what was set in France that you requested with the broken sword and the goat. So yeah, basically a man walks into a cafe, a clown walks into a cafe, the cafe explodes. And an American, this guy here, meets a French reporter, and they decide to try and solve the crime. There was something... Oh, we've got a note somewhere. Oh, that puts it in old graphics. Controls help. There was a... Sure, there was an envelope of some kind that we had. There was an envelope we were writing shit down on. Yeah, exactly. A man and a clown walk into a cafe. The clown walks out. The cafe explodes. The clown blew up the cafe. And we're trying to... Yeah, we sort of did some tracking down. We went to the costume shop and the police station and Nico's apartment and talked to some people. And yeah, so Merlin... No, it was an assassination. It was an assassination, Scruff. It wasn't anything dirty like that. So yeah. So this guy, Plancard, or Merlin. Yeah. So that's basically what we found out. We emerged from the sewers. They went into the sewers. They've changed it out of their clown outfit. And for some reason, Nico managed to get a picture of
It
them.
was Nico's photograph of the man
our
we
name is
suspected
George.
of killing Plantar.
Ah. Plancard is the guy that got blued up. There was some sort of secret code, possibly in a newspaper. I mean, you'll have to watch the last stream to see, Scruff. We already did the beginning bit of this game. I don't think it was. Just so you know.
The door was locked.
Yes, it is locked. I want to know what number it is, thank you very much. Is it 27?
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Okay, so... Ooh. Okay.
It was a massive mahogany wardrobe.
So yeah.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Which was used to keep away the moths. But yes, it's not that kind of game where the clown, where the sound effects would have been a clown honking. That is quite silly.
A cabinet stood beside the bed.
But anyway, we're trying to solve the mystery.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did. The window looked out over a narrow alley surrounded by high walls.
Like, we're going to shimmy across and try and get in a different hotel room. We've been in that alley. I've never actually tried shimmying across like that. I can't imagine it's any fun. Also, if someone's butt suddenly appeared at my window, it would be very suspicious. Oh, this room is slightly differently laid out.
The cabinet had no drawers, just a single door.
Does it also smell of onions?
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
But yeah. Anyway, what day are we today? We are 33% charged. No, it's Thursday.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets
How
told me
is
nothing about the
everyone
killer's habits.
this fine day? It's cold. This very cold day.
The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right in.
Cool.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach
Hey,
that would
Circle Lead.
usually send me running to the bathroom.
Well, we're gonna hide in the closet, right? Good. Yep, this is the gun. He looks like he's got either a little mask on or like really serious wings.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. The pants matched the jacket which the killer had lost in Paris. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
Rather silly leaving your window open when you leave a hotel room. You're just asking for someone to climb in through it.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Okay.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard. I resisted a childish desire to toss things from a height.
Okay. I thought the whole point was we toss stuff in the alleyway and then we didn't, when we get strip searched by the goons, they don't find the card.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut.
Are we not throwing it out the window? Okay, well, I'm fairly certain they searched me going in and out. I don't know whether, you know, what they're looking for, but... Can we give him the card back? The key back? Not bad stealing stuff.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Yes. Also, we ordered our mic PayPal nearly gave us a freaking heart attack. But we ordered our mic. It was one of those, you know, panicked hours where, you know, PayPal was down. But the order in which events happened made it kind of look like my account may have been compromised, which obviously is really not something you want to have to deal with when, you know, you've got a decent chunk of money. There's the envelope. Okay, so this is the evil clown, and then we've got B. Todrick, Salaladin, and then Nicole, who is at 361 Rue Jarret. I forget who B. Todrick is, except he may have been the tailor. I don't know. I don't remember what Salaladin is. 1845. That's not a phone number, so you know. We can't read them. Todrick, Nico.
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Right, that did not really do anything. I feel I should talk to Lady Piermont again because she is a hoot.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Just wanted to say thank you.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
Okay, well, I'll ask her about the club.
I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
Why are we just randomly
Yes.
telling her these things?
That deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces.
So yeah, hopefully you're
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
Bless her. I mean, there's like a whole log thing, but at the moment it's just got the conversations that I had with her.
I have to go, ma'am. Hello again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
I'm just going
Goodbye.
to assume everything else in my inventory I already did. Hey, Lakey. I wonder if this guy.
What now, monsieur?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Non, monsieur.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
I was sure I would have to throw something out the window. But yeah, well, apparently I wasn't stuck, so that was good. Whether I get...
Hold it right there.
Yeah,
Search him
frisked.
again, Flat.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Excellent. Okay. Right. Hotel Ubu is where we were at. Café de la Chandelle Verte, the Green Candle. La Risée de Mont. I don't know what that is. Rue Jarret, Poste de Police. Okay, let's go back to Nicole's. Though, there's the delightful little flower seller here who's doing some very cute knitting. But it does look like
Oh, hi.
she's literally knitting while wearing.
Hello, my
there we go.
handsome friend.
Might she know something about
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club à la Mue in Paris.
Yay! Congratulations on all the streaks, folks!
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
I'm glad it didn't randomly reset.
See you later.
Mine reset on your
That's
stream
right,
and I was a little
monsieur.
pissed off about
You
it.
will.
It's fine. It's invisible. But it was annoying because I had built up quite a streak and then it reset it because of the weird stuff Twitch was doing. Anyway, that's beside the point. We are not grumping over Twitch today. We are revisiting France.
What do you think I
Nothing.
should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I did that
guess
already.
so.
I did that already.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Maybe not. Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
It won't let me ring myself. Don't remember that. Maybe that. Oh no, I remember what that was. So this was the horse that was going to win in the 1345 race, and that's how we got rid of the dude. And the other number is the tailor that made the suit.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go back to the Hotel Ubu, I guess. Whatever those two thugs are after must be important.
So this is the first game in the series that was remastered. Or reforged, shall we say. And I think I played the 5th one, which came out on Xbox a while ago. And I think they said the 6th one, they're doing a 6th one, which should have come out. But that one seems to have been hit by delays. Or possibly, you know, finance issues, as most of the games industry seem to have been. And I don't know if 2, 3, and 4 would ever come out on Xbox. I have them on Steam or GOG or both. I have a lot of PC games. At some point when I get a more comfortable PC setup, I might do some more PC streaming. But I have enough Xbox games at the moment to do. Also, these tend to be slower games, which is fine because my brain is fried today. I finally caught up a little bit of extra sleep. Slept for like 10 solid hours. But still feeling bleh. Though I do have a few more plates in the air with regards to job hunt. So, you know, cross fingers for me. Got 3 interviews next week. One final round one, which is actually 3 interviews, which is like 4 hours or 3 3/4 hours worth. And then 2 first-round interviews, and possibly another one. I'm just waiting to hear back as to whether they are remote friendly or not. So definitely more leads than I've had in the last 6 months. I don't actually know where I'm going. Let's just go back to all the places and see. Or go back to the hotel maybe and talk to the goons. Could also do with a hot water bottle because it's a bit cold. Let's talk to the goons again. See if we can ask them. Guido.
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread
yeah,
the word
I feel
around
like,
the sewers.
You know.
George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize?
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No,
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
no, I never saw it.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has
So yeah,
been?
I feel like, you know, slightly more leads than I have had in the last 6 months. I am going to finish my sentence one of these days.
Forget it.
And I've certainly talked to a bunch of people, really nice people. And, you know, there is perhaps hope of a job before Christmas, which would be great, because I want to spoil my nibblings. Also, you know, one of my best friends has had the kid, and I want to spoil them as well and buy them cute clothes that are overpriced but adorable and soft and maybe shaped like some kind of animal. Because, well, that would be cute. But yeah. So we're just crossing all our fingers and toes, not falling over, touching wood, and putting all the good karma out, because I would like some good karma for at least next week. That would be good. Final interviews always seems to be at the moment where I'm falling the hurdle. It's like, you know, relating to the engineers, no problem. Coding stuff, no problem. Figuring out what the heck the business needs are that I'm supposed to psychically intuit, problem. I think I'm just going to go into the interviews on Monday and say, right, I've got some examples of my experience. If there is particular things you would like to know, please just ask. Please just ask, because I probably have an example of it, but unless you ask, I can't tell you, and I'd rather, you know, not come out of the interview with them having unanswered questions. It is a nice company. You know, lots of green flags so far, and, you know, the interview brief does say specifically they're not trying to trick me. But, you know, there's a difference between that and being neurodivergently friendly and actually asking what they want to know rather than expecting me to be psychic. So, yeah. So, I'm going to have to try and get some good sleeps. I've booked everything for afternoons because I don't do mornings anymore at the moment. But, yeah. We can only hope that I don't come out of it feeling like I've been through an interrogation, because it took me several days to recover from the last one. Right, let's try Flap.
Excuse me? Yeah? Don't you think you have some explaining to do? Huh? I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country. What the? You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it. Get lost, creep.
Okay. don't know what I don't know. There was a thing. Oh no, it's just the back button. Okay. This is the problem when you leave stuff halfway through. If I was doing this not on stream, I'd have restarted from the beginning, I'll be honest. Because I have no idea where I got to. Okay, let's see if the police have any idea. There's also this dude, which
Excuse
we
me,
did impersonate.
What do you want now?
Ah.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
Okay. We'll see if this guy has something. But yeah. Hopefully everyone's having an okayish week and a good Thursday, and
What
you know,
now,
please talk to
monsieur?
me.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Moo about that. God only knows why, but he collects matchbooks. He claims it is a hobby.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
Ah, the famous killer clown case.
I feel like
Yeah.
being sarcastic.
You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy. Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobart. The palms of my hands
Talk, talk,
are
talk. You're playing more
particularly
Starfield while your fish pie
sensitive.
cooks. Fish pie. Sounds tasty. I made a salmon risotto. Today,
So long, Inspector.
I actually managed to feed myself. So, vaguely productive. It's cold. I should put the heating on. I might put the heating on, and then I make a hot water bottle in my break, because we're definitely not ready for a break yet. We've only been going 35 minutes, but I am cold. Hello?
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
We're going to ask you about a matchbook.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip.
Thanks.
Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Slough! Of course.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you, Sergeant?
Nothing, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
See you later, Sergeant.
Okay, so...
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Apparently that's what we say nowadays. Okay. This is where I get stuck. Because... Oh, I wonder if the Risée du Monde was where the... I think that's where the costume shop was, and we can't go back there. I'm obviously missing something. Is that a telephone? Oh, it's a telephone.
What do you want now?
Hey, we gave you a tip. Shush.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
No, nothing.
Was
Would
the
you
fake
like to
French
shake
accent
hands
to
with
end
me?
all fake French
No,
accents?
I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of
Indeed, I
being
shall.
rich is not having to be polite.
Yeah, the scary
I
made
gotta
rich
go.
because of the
Don't let me keep you.
horse race tip thing.
The toolbox didn't contain anything else I needed. There was nothing inside the tent except a large toolbox.
Excuse me. Hey, Bellius. But also, welcome in. Ow. Arshon Shade. I don't know whether that's meant
Hello
to
again.
say whether
Yes,
that was correct
Inspector.
or not, but I'm saying it with a vague French accent. I don't know why. But
Do you
anyway, welcome in.
recognize
Yes,
this
we're playing
match
Broken
book?
Sword today.
I can't say I do, monsieur.
Does the name Merlin or Gruber Electronics mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Wouldn't you like to shake my hand?
Frankly, no.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer
Oh yeah,
soon.
he kind of thinks we're the inspector, and we didn't dissuade him of that because we showed him the inspector's card, and he just assumed that it was our card. So yeah. But yes, there are some quite funny French accents in this one. Yeah, so this is the Cafe Bistro that blew up. Excuse me, I got the hiccups.
There was nothing of interest. It was a plastic crate. The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Exactly, exactly.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
We have to check, my dear.
I decided I'd had enough of messing with that drain pipe. The drain pipe hung limp and useless. The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars. It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine.
I'm assuming you've played this one before then.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Excuse me. Not the
It was
game,
a
I'm
battered
just
old
tired.
trash can. It was a battered old trash can.
We're just checking everything
I
again.
wondered what
because I
else
forgot-
lurked in the
Sort of
depths
forgot where
of
we
that
got
trash
to, but
can.
also...
It was a heavy cast iron cover.
I'm not quite sure where to go to next. So... I'm going to nip back down the sewers again, just to retrace our steps. Very brave. I would want gloves. Oh dear, I feel like I have to have my disclaimer on again. I'm yawning because I have chronic fatigue, not because the game is boring. The game is not boring. Though we could walk a little faster.
The rusty railing prevented me from passing.
Ah, I wonder if we can get into the hotel. Or whatever it is.
The door was locked. It looked like some kind of antiquated invalid carriage, with passenger seats.
Because I don't think we've been here.
The fountain had probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an
Without
old
the dude
stained
yelling
urinal.
at us.
The fountain had probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an old stained urinal. Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
The door led to the apartment of the blustering old concierge.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything else in. I'm not going back down the sewer again, so we'll just go out this way. Maybe there's more inside the hotel. I feel like I've missed some pixel somewhere and shown something to someone, and it's bugging me. Oh, yes. Sorry, I just got a text from my friend. Hang on. It's one of my other best friends' kid's birthday today, and Ahmed made him a dinosaur, and he liked it. And then his brother remembered that I made him a dinosaur, and it's like I haven't seen them in a little while. Right, okay. Did we show did we talk to this dude about everything?
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's
I want a
done.
biscuit.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
I'm gonna enlist British lady to, snoot him. Because I can't think of anything else to do.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
She's delightful. Okay, so apparently it's just a case of show shit to cut clerk, enlist British lady to help scare clerk with her head that is literally twice the size of mine.
Did
I
you
have a
place the
ridiculously
package
small
from
head.
Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
He reminds me of Michelle in Gilmore Girls.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voila, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Yes, except that isn't the thingy.
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantar.
Right, except I feel like I need to go throw it out of a window. You found ice outside and slept over on it. It's officially winter now. Well, that is entirely impressive. I hope you're not
The door
hurt.
was locked.
Last time I slipped on ice, I nearly gave myself a concussion. And I went into work just so that if I had a concussion, someone would be looking after me. Which I think is a stupid reason to go into work, but it was a case of go home, potentially, you know, have concussion and do myself some
I knew
damage.
this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript.
Hey, Havor!
But I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Now we can throw shit in the alleyway. Excellent. Now we're going to go back. We could have probably done that without the dramatics, but yeah. Now we can advance the story. Woohoo! Right. How you doing, Havor? Have you been enjoying Genshin Impact? Have you got addicted yet? I've heard it's addictive.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flat.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after,
I
they
mean,
were
we
going to be
could
disappointed.
have gone out with it and then whatever.
I
Ooh.
couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Ah, thankfully it travelled me there.
You're just not going to believe what I found.
We progressed the
It's
story.
not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't
Oh,
afford
I
one
bet
each.
they were
What
just
of it?
friends.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How
Yes,
come
I
you
think-
know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Mm. We're off to see the treasure, the wonderful treasure of the
Jeez.
Templars.
So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
You should take lots of pictures.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Pictures. Pictures.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I want to have another look. 'Cause
Let's
it took me
face it, we
6
need
goes of
help,
looking at it to
George.
find the horses.
Someone who
Doors.
knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krohn Museum. I'll give you the address.
New location. Okay, let's look.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
There's also writing at the bottom, or symbols at the bottom of the manuscript and the top of the manuscript.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Can I tell you more about loom? Think that's the time for the perfect reference. Or ask me about loom. Feels vaguely
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
There's also
What's
a
that
gem
object
with
between them?
It
A
looks
lightning.
like a gem on top of a tripod.
That definitely looks very Indiana Jones. Grecian. But yeah, it's very Assassin's Creedy because obviously Knights Templar was the Templars were the baddies. I missed the old Assassin's Creeds where you had the whole story weaving through it. The present day stuff as well. But yeah, so I mean 3 faces. It's almost like Janus, but that guy only had 2. I don't know any mythos about 3 faces, especially not guys. There's the 3 crones, the Sisters of Fate. Yeah, did the modern games even mention ups? I mean, there's a little bit of future stuff in some of them, but mostly it's just all gone. I think the first one maybe had a little bit of future stuff. The first one of the, the new control schemes, Origins. So I vaguely remember there's a lady in the future. But I think that's mostly just gone. The comics do. But yeah, I don't know whether they'll loop back to that. I mean, Mirage was better in terms of gameplay length and story and, you know, just balance of not too many hidden things. And that took 20, 30 odd hours. We did that on stream mostly. I did finish it off in the end. Got the last bits of collectibles. I enjoyed that one. But it'd be interesting to see what Shadows is going to do. But yeah, so... and then there's a crystal ball and a wing. It's a Pegasus on there. There's also something on the shield. Gratia Planux Ave Moria? I don't know. There's two cherub-like creatures with the horns with the checkered flags on. But yeah, you can definitely see at the top there are symbols, and I think at the bottom there are also symbols. And then you've got the Templar thing with Sigil, LVM, which is 55,000. And then Militum Expisti. It could be Sigilium, rather. That would probably make more sense. Right, anyway. We've looked at that. We'll go back. So now we've got a new location to go to.
Maybe I'll check
Finally,
out the Kroon Museum.
progress.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
So it didn't take us long to get unstuck, and then... Oh, the seal of the army was sealed. Which bit did you translate for that, Leaky? Also, thank you, but which bit was that? And we got a bloop! Excellent. We have to get a little bit further. Oh, the bit in the middle. Oh, thank you. Right, we've no longer got the Hotel Ubu. Of course, we got to peer through a window. Hey, Horror.
I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and bolting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
I would say that's inadvisable. You could just
Through
use
the
a door.
grimy glass, I could see several large shapes in a gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine.
Pretty bushes.
A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
I was just admiring
Access
them.
to the side and rear of the museum building was blocked by a dense clump of bushes.
The shield full of grace, Ave Maria. Aha, banner. Through my discipline. Yeah, teachings. Teachings. Because the dude translated that one already. But yes, thank you. But yeah. Much appreciated. Appreciated. Okay, so we've got a lot of shit to look at.
It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty.
Sure they could.
The attendant had an air of self-importance and the kind of steely eyes that never seemed to blink.
I hope he's saying all this inside his head.
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window. The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique.
Paleolithique. I like rocks. Rocks are
The
pretty.
case contained some fragments of pottery. They looked to me like broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique.
Paleolithic era.
The case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose. I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades.
Again,
There were knives,
disclaimer,
chisels, and spikes
not game, just
spanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement.
rocks are pretty, but also hand-picked pebbles, yes.
It was a large brass urn.
And shells. Ooh, tripod with a thingy on.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice
Yes.
identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Okay. But, you know, just because it was found in Ireland,
It was a
doesn't mean it's
tapestry
identical
of a
to a
lady,
drawing.
a lion, and a unicorn. If I'd had more time, I could have stared at it all day.
Weirdo.
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Yeah.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Hey, no! No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not enter the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
I got excited.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to
I am
call it
drinking in
that.
the corner.
He studies here most days,
Oh,
but as
let's
you
look at
can
the book.
see for yourself, not today.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous.
Oh,
That
dear.
tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
Who is Jean D?
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century.
Ooh.
The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
I feel like we need Lupin.
How
I've
is
been
the alarm
watching
bell
Lupin.
triggered?
Lupin
By
on
the slightest
Netflix.
pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It's very
It
good.
has never failed yet.
And I've got the complete
The
works of Arsène Lupin on
sophistication is
Kindle
in
as well.
its simplicity.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe a
Aw.
little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Dude, that was rude.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Although
Oh, I hope
people often
Planteau
mistake
wasn't
me for
actually
one.
the
It is the uniform,
historian.
I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No, no, no. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
They look Roman to me.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
Philip the Handsome.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished.
I love
in
his
the
stories,
mist
even though
of
they're
time.
codswallop.
Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah, oui, they connect the market, cleaned up.
Oh, bless.
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
But you are sweet. Can we get you to do the buzzer?
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
We're never going to get anyone with that.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no, I don't frequent places like that.
Like what?
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact,
It's a
if I
sewer
am
key.
not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers.
Silly man.
Thanks
Silly man.
for your help.
Okay, is there anything through... yes, hello. Sarcophagus. Can we hide in this?
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid. It was a stone carving from ancient Egypt.
Okay, so this one we can interact with. The handle.
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
The
Closet?
alarm didn't go off.
It's a sarcophagus.
Yeah, that guy knows nothing. Okay, so... Can we do something with this handle? Otherwise, we should exit out.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened. I tried to raise the glass cover of the case, but it didn't budge.
Okay, so we can open the window, but he closes it. And we can get in the sarcophagus, but I wouldn't advise that.
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Was it? Yes, the sarcophagus. We're not going to Ireland. We're going to go talk to Nico. See if she's got anything to add. Oh my god, we could literally go to the airport. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out. And we actually freaking went to Ireland. Okay, right. New area. I might just have a quick break before we go into this because I was not expecting that.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarne. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
I mean, it's not far, but that's not the point. Menu options. Save game. Because we haven't saved in a little while. Because I think it had, like, you know, autosaves. Yeah, because we have the interior. So we have autosaves, so that's not a problem. But our last manual save was, like, a while ago. It's fine. Right, okay. Now we've saved. Dev's remembered what side of the road. Exactly. Which is nice. Good feature. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to have a short break now. Because I need more tea. I want a biscuit and a hot water bottle. So, do your self-care stuff. And meet me back here in like 4 minutes. Sounds reasonable. I'll catch you in a minute. I'm back. And I have a hot water bottle. And a biscuit. And some more tea. Alright, what have I missed? Oh! Okay. Okay. Loch is Scottish. The Irish would use Lao. Okay. And then Dan goes, woo, we have snow. It's not very good snow, but it's there. Have a good woggies. You've already gone. Leaky is still snowless. Joe is still snowless. Because it's London. And London sucks. Where did it say lock? Other than the place?
The menu was limited. It read, no food today. I didn't care. I'd lost my appetite somewhere over the Irish Sea. The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip.
I just shoved an entire biscuit in my mouth, Lady McGree. Hi.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir.
Oh
He drinks
dear, he's being played.
every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly
Yeah,
truthful.
you being fed a
Compared
pack
to
of
him,
lies.
Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
Got me brummy. I mean, how is it? There was a wee bit of Irish in there.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's
It.
this clown, see, and he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown
no, not
cuts him
it.
up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
I can't do an Irish one, can I?
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
It's probably haunted. Or he can get me in, but it'll cost.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
Ow.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Inside of my ear hurts.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
The
You're
Phantom
not
of
telling me you believe
Lochmarn.
in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse. It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows that could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but me legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Not rational.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Oh, it's the first person that's let me do that.
Didn't feel a thing.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
No, that was boring.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seed it before in my life.
Well, we're not in Slough, so...
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I'm very surprised he didn't nip anything off me. We're going in the pub. Divits. Reminds me of Lost Door. Oh, good. Yep, says Patrick's. Got a blarney stick. And a guy playing a fiddle. Because of course we do. We got Guinness as well.
The guy with the fiddle seemed oblivious to everything except his playing. Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him. The young red-haired guy was plainly nervous about something. Perhaps he felt threatened by the presence of a handsome dude like me.
I'm sure that's what it is.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
See you later. He wasn't listening. The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine site now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
The gem?
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dark.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that, I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh no. I was talking about the Phantom
I
of
thought
the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera as soon as he said that.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
Ah.
I'd like to
Olivia.
shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
I'd rather not. You see, I happen to notice that vibrating buzzer in your palm.
What do you make of this tissue?
I'd guess that muck on it is grease paint.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien.
Yeah, that's the first person to give me a sense.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Okay.
Goodbye for now. There was a vacant look on his cow-like face that said quite clearly, nobody home. His elbow rested on an obviously soggy piece of towel.
Okay, well that's rude.
Hi, my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
What? First I heard of it.
Where have you been, Pat?
Guessing
That
his name's
gem is the
Pat.
talk of every town from Lochmarn to Ballydoon.
Nobody
Oh,
told
dude.
me. The lucky son. So that's why he scampered.
I've got a seam on my shoulder.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I
It's
tried it
annoying me.
myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
I think he meant incompetent, but
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellows yourself?
Oh no, I'm here on vacation.
What's that?
A vacation, Pat. It's what the Americans call a holiday.
Oh, right. In Lochmarn? You come to Lochmarn for a holiday?
Sure, it's a very pretty place.
Where the hell are you from, mister?
California.
I know it. That's where the brooms come from.
Yeah, amongst other things.
I wonder if I could get him to shake
May
my
I
hand.
shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Don't be fooled. This is the face of a psychopathic killer.
No. Well, there's one in the eye for me and my men.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No. But you should show that to my granny. She could tell you fortune from it.
From a soiled tissue?
Sure. Some people read tea leaves. My granny reads handkerchiefs.
Bye for now. It was a beer-stained piece of toweling. The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it. It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel. Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Okay.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
No.
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
That's right. In the best room in the house.
That's the one with the bed.
Can I see Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't blame you, Mick. That brother's got muscles like a muscle man.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
Not gonna still be a
No.
clown, you dope.
You're the first today.
Seriously, I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
Why would he come
Or
over
would he
here
be
in a clown
having
costume?
a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so. What can you tell me about the castle?
You're the second person to ask me that today. I don't know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Anyway, I chucked him out on his arse.
Good for you, Meg. That's the way to deal with journalists.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Hey, bartender?
A landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez. Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Dial.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Thanks.
Lovely beer. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, no.
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses with a creamy white froth on the top.
Well, I'd have to say that it does not look like that. It looks like a stout. Whereas, what's his name on the end has a Guinness.
It was a telephone, incongruous in the rustic setting of the homely bar.
It's very old-fashioned. Huguenot crane.
Allô? Couleur. J'écoute.
Nico?
Who is this?
It's me, George.
Oh, hello, George. Where are you?
I'm in Ireland.
Ireland? What are you doing there?
It's a long story.
Any signs of our friend the clown?
You're kidding. He probably never even heard of Lochmarn.
Okay. Was this father?
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses.
Oh yeah, definitely judge.
Hi there, old-timer.
What?
Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
No, we're just a blundering tourist.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Were you aware that Pegram was conducting an archaeological dig?
I don't meddle in other people's affairs. They don't interest me.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Sounds like
Are
a
you
bird
sure
to
it
me.
wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day.
Yeah, it sounds more like a bird
No, that was a ghost.
with a beak
to
and
be
scraggly
sure.
wings.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh,
Problem solved.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. What does this matchbook mean to you?
nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Is that supposed to be you?
No, I don't have a scar on my face, and I'm not from the Middle East.
I can't tell without me glasses.
Okay. Need two hands.
I'll see you later. The end of the bar was hinged. like the drawbridge on a medieval castle. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
Nothing beer then. At least we've told someone where we are. Oh, I think it's actually gone down. No, we did it.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt
Sweet.
strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
We're gonna have another beer.
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Thanks.
I mean, we haven't got any visible money, so... hoping we've got a credit card at least. I'm curious to see what happens when I get drunk. Which one is liable to do on 2 glasses of Irish stout? Okay.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Very poetic.
Hi.
Do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice. Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Do you think Pegram's disappearance is due to the curse?
Look at the facts. He dug up the gem, he disappeared, bingo. It doesn't take a degree in mathematics to work that one out, does it? You don't have to be a smarty Pythagoras with a calculator.
I guess not.
Pegram has run off with the gem.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar preceptory.
Where was the site of the Templar preceptory?
Right here, on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls, there's a Templar chapel.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance, not while I'm here to stop you.
Would you like to shake my hand?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
Yeah, what's the title?
Creative Shelving for Beginners, the 1978 edition.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the play. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
Surely the portrayal of Christ's adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't you read the book?
Well, no. But I have seen The Greatest Story Ever Told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a friend of yours, is he?
Oh, no. Far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
I knew it! Piggy eyes. Can't trust him.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
It says Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics.
Is that your name, Tommy Merlin?
No, but what a great stage name. It had what my high school hypnosis act had lacked, style and class. For a few seconds, I bathed in spotlights on a thundering tide of applause. Tommy Merlin, hypnotist.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I just remembered something. What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
Okie dokes.
I have to go now. Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure? Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
I heard that Pegram had found a legendary gem.
That's right. It's been the talk of Loch Man all week.
You haven't seen the gem, have you?
Hell no. I reckon Pegram made off with it. If I was him, I'd go to Amsterdam, chop it up and sell it. He could be living the life of Riley instead of digging holes.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Charming.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Sean Fitzgerald. So wasn't he the nervous guy in the pub?
Shake my hand again.
No way.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Hello.
Did you work at Professor Peagram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
McGuire says you did.
You don't believe that damned hooligan, do you?
Why not?
His probation officer could tell you a tale or two.
Have you heard about the gem which Peagram found?
I heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Where can I find Professor Peagram?
I heard he's gone fishing. I don't know where.
You're very suspicious.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. See you later. He wasn't listening. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh, nothing. The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it. Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again. Just a point this time, Michael. 1 point of brown coming up.
Gin plain.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come
It
to
was.
think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Okay.
Bye for now. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimpers, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout. Do you know Sean Fitzgerald very well?
I know him enough not to sell him more than 2 pints. He's like a kid when he gets a few beers inside him.
I'm not surprised. He's on medication for his nerves.
There's nothing wrong with his nerves. He's just screwy.
Thanks.
Oh. Indecent proposal. Pinball! Okay. Fun. Right. Let's try Fitzgerald again.
Hello.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig.
You don't believe him, do you? Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Peagram.
You can't prove that, mister.
See you later. Hello again.
What?
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Okay, that was creepy.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
Yeah, still not good. Just be clear,
I'll
but
see you later.
good that he clarified it wasn't for a woman.
Hey! Hello there again, mister. Oh, nothing really.
Doing a bit of a he said type situation, but
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
yes.
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
What's Fitzgerald scared of?
Everything and everyone.
Whee!
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
Ministry!
He's
That
a
made me
pushover.
jump.
But don't scare him too much.
Everything's
Try
raining.
a soft
Mugs.
touch. Butter him up a bit.
Everything's raining my emotes. I like that. Anyway, hello. Thanks for the raid. Very small raid, but that is okay. And Ash. Hello. But yes, thank you very much for the raid. Could Mod do a shout out? My fingers are tired. No, I will see if I can do a shout out. No, nope. My shout out buttons are disconnected, and I haven't reconnected them. I will do a shout out. What were you playing? Actually, no. Before I do the shout outs, were you playing South Park? You did have more, but everyone left. That's fine. It looks like you brought more people in than Twitch said anyway. Or than Zola said, so yeah. I was going to say, you were playing South Park. I got a notification saying, hopefully we don't get banned. And I'm like, what the heck are you playing? But then it was South Park, and I was like, I'm not really a South Park fan. So I did not stay. But I hope you had fun, and thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, I'm Joe. We are playing Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged. We are currently in Ireland. And we got 2 achievements today, which is pretty cool.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Just suddenly feeling vaguely nauseous. Was it the tea? Was it the biscuit? Or is it just my stomach being weird? It'll go away. But yes. Hello, welcome in. Ooh. Library book's just become ready. It's the second one in a series that I was really enjoying. I shall read it in between bits of Arsène Lupin. Right, so now we're going to go up the hill. We're currently trying to find out about a mysterious gem and an archaeologist.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Oh, did anyone catch what he said he was scared of?
Oh, nothing.
Because the raid came in and I missed what he said. Did anyone hear what Maguire said that dude was scared of? This point and click?
Hey, Maguire.
Scared of the point and click? No.
What do you want to know?
Log. Oh no. Okay. Does anyone happen to catch what the
See you
dude
later,
was
kid.
scared of
Okay, mister.
before the raid came in? Because I totally zoned out and missed it. It does have nice graphics. I can make them go old school. Wow. That's some fuzzy ass graphics. They've really tuned them up, haven't they? Keeps the original... Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, no, you don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's something to do with...
I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their
Rabbits?
clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses.
Bless you.
Hello again.
Bless you.
What?
Can we give him a tissue?
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Yeah, I guess people aren't paying attention.
I'll
I
see
should
you
have to
later.
figure it out what the heck he's scared of.
Hey! Hello there again, mister.
Play
Oh,
games
nothing
like that
really.
because they were amazing at the time. Simple as that, really.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
Oh, nothing.
Hello.
Maguire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught. Just my luck. Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving.
It's very twitchy.
He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package,
What's in the
Sean.
box, Sean? What's in the box?
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
Oh, that just sounds wrong.
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
Man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet.
Yay, my microphone dispatched.
Give the package to me.
No, why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Oh god, well, he ran away and I didn't get to ask all the questions.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes? And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Yeah, I mean, we thought graphics were amazing, and then, of course, now you get these graphics, and even graphics that were... But that's the thing with generational graphics.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. Well, the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
FTZ862.
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Not so.
Yeah, you've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses. Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
That's not what I wanted to do, but sure.
The plastic cover had been smashed by the pixie's car, revealing a switch. It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
That be for the beer cellar.
I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside. The drain was covered with an iron grating, through which I could hear the rush and surge of running water.
Yeah, that's not going to work either.
I took hold of the grating and pulled hard, but it didn't move.
Okay.
I tried to flip the switch with the lifting key, but it was much too cumbersome for the job. It
But yeah,
was
how have
impossible
you been, Ash?
to
Have you
return the
been
switch to
ministry?
its original position.
Okay, we'll turn something off then, maybe. Maybe? Don't know.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just
Monday,
give me a
Tuesday,
shout when you
and
do.
Thursday I have job interviews next week. I've managed to get quite a few, which is good. I had some preliminary chats. This week. After some people got in touch last week.
Almost
Sorry.
as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table. The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
So, you know, hopefully next week will go well. Hopefully I'll not be quite so tired.
Get out.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman. Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? A poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh, no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral
I would totally do
dilemma.
that.
Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvelous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Right. I'm just going to say, because I want to go talk to him in the bar. Also, it's always good to save. Especially because we had an hour of stuff. Just to see what he says.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Oh gosh, it does not look like a kid there.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Sometimes it's easier to see clues.
The farmer was drinking and chatting with his pals as if nothing had happened. Maybe abduction had replaced cattle raiding as their national pastime.
Hello. Hello there. Let me introduce you to my pals.
We've already met. I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible, awful.
It's the worst news I heard all day.
It's top the bad news all right for this week and the next.
The whole year.
It's worse than that. It's the worst disaster in living memory.
Isn't it the biggest calamity in the
I'm guessing the
history of
beer's
the village?
finished.
I would say it's the biggest in the history of Ireland.
The most awesome disaster since mankind paddled out of the primal plop.
There's no beer.
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to save the lad. In a life-or-death situation, preparation is essential. That's why I slipped in here.
For a point.
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to me?
To all of you. Sean Fitzgerald has met with God knows what, and all you can do is drink.
Sean has gone for a ride in a flash car, that's all. Why don't you calm down and join us?
I gotta go. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
The boy told me Fitzgerald was driven away in the car that hit him.
McGuire's always spinning wild yarns. I don't know where he gets them from. Television, I expect, or comics. If I was you, I'd take what he says with a generous pinch of salt.
McGuire's tale about the car sounds quite plausible to me. He says the driver was dressed like a leprechaun.
That boy has a head full of fluffy toys.
Goodbye for now. He wasn't listening. Hey!
Hello there again, mister.
What do you know about leprechauns, Doyle?
Leprechauns? Is it the little people you're talking about? Sure, and a cousin of mine was wed to one.
Oh, come on. Do you really expect me to believe that?
It's the truth, I'm telling you. She fell asleep on a fairy ring, see? When she woke up, there he was. A little fella. All in green.
Tell me more about your cousin and the leprechaun.
Oh, no.
Well, young Mary was speechless, especially when the leprechaun up and spoke to her. Be my bride, me darling, says he, and she'll never want for riches again. Okay, says she, and he slips a ring of daisies on her finger.
Amen.
So there you are, proof that the little people exist.
Well, that's no proof. All you have is her word for it.
Not so. The following spring, she had a little baby.
Did the leprechaun's promise come true?
What promise was that now?
That she'd never want for riches again.
Now, there's the strangest thing. She never did.
I thought you said she was claiming the social part.
Indeed, Mr. O'Brien. But there's riches and riches. She told me, Pat, she says, that little darling boy is all the riches in the world to me.
What?
Bye for now. As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away. Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
Finish my beer first. There we go. Now we can ask for
Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Give me another beer, dude. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
I think you've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way it does?
Goat-Peline stout is brewed from the finest chemicals in the world. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a
Professional electrician.
Oh, well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my dear, is it?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Ah, here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer. And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. I was about to reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be my last. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel.
Well?
Well, what?
Are you going to fix this glass washer or not?
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me.
Yeah, we're having a jig. I'm tired. Did Dan get back from the walkies?
The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car, revealing a switch. It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
You're grumbling to yourself about a bad back.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out. The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood.
Wondering if you were enjoying the game and thus satisfied with your request. So the accents are also good. Yeah.
On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall. The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
Or you could just
I
use
pushed
the
my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock. Above my head was a gap in the wall where the massive stones had fallen away. There was a narrow crack between two of the stones where the centuries-old mortar had crumbled away.
Wow, that is a really long ass.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack
That's
and
a
gave
really
it a
long
firm
ass key
shove.
thing.
It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Well, that worked at least. The goat. Le chèvre.
It was the fiercest, meanest-looking old goat I'd ever laid eyes upon.
I feel like it might be the ghost.
It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something. The top of a ladder rose out of the squarely dug hole.
At least it was a nice place for us to fall on. Less fun. We fell over some stones. Okay. So we ain't going anywhere without, you know, resolving the goat issue. Goat, ghost, same thing. Okay.
I tugged at the lifting key and found it was held quite securely.
Okay, well then we can go down there. I thought he was just gonna backwards dive. Ella, Ezio. Okay, so. You don't know anything about a goat.
Hey, McGuire,
What do you want to know?
shake my hand again.
No way.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I'm feeling a little stuck.
Hello.
What now?
Do you have any use for this towel?
I suppose I could squeeze it out into my glass if I was desperate enough.
come on. Forget your prejudice and shake hands.
Never. It's not natural.
I gotta go.
I'm not entirely sure how to fix the glass washer.
There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Also, good to see who's online. Maybe raiding, because I'm getting tired. Versus playing Satisfactory. ITL's doing Stardew Valley. JP is doing the ducks, so yeah. Who else is trying? Scotchbox is doing a hidden object game. Might be the thing. Can we figure out how to do this? Anyone got any ideas? Not really an ideas person, not getting into it. Oh, that's fine. This wire here could be something. Let's wire out. Let's move this.
Keep your hands to
Okay.
yourself, mister.
Need to be quicker.
Hey, I only wanted to...
Can't. Hands up.
I feel like wire is what you use for electric stuffs, right? Get the wire out again. Got
As
it.
soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his piece of wire.
Not gonna be hunting any bunnies. Right, now we use the wire with the plug, right? That's how how it works. We're gonna short out the lights, aren't we?
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Didn't. Okay.
What a
It is very
dumb
dark.
place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around.
Okay. Lever. Lever.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Oh, no, that's just an exit. Okay. Maybe that unlocked the doors outside. I feel like if I just solve this puzzle thing and then we'll save and raid.
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
But we gave ourselves some light. Oh, hello.
Excuse me.
There was
Oh,
a
hello.
nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with
It's the
light
eyeliner
opera.
guy.
It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
I haven't found it yet. Hoping it's down here.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. It was my damned legs. They wouldn't move.
Right, well, let's go in the other way. So if we can get whatever fell's down there. I feel like we've made progress today.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door.
Whoa!
It was Peagrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command.
Oh dear.
I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and
Crisps.
shout if you see that Ferrari.
Crisps. Crisps!
It was a couple of paper sacks filled with trash. I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there.
Packet of crisps. Or bag of chips.
It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning carp. It was a bunch of cleaning materials. I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. It was an empty carton which had once contained caustic soda. The carton was damp and soggy, useless. It was a rusty faucet. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Well, that's good.
I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open.
Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it here. We've... Hang on, we'll have a look at the gem first.
It was a large blue gemstone.
We got the gem. And we have random crap. So at least we'll save it here where we're not stuck. We're just continuing. And I will call it a day. That fulfills the request, but we may continue on stream. We'll see how it goes. We do have a lot of promo stuff to do. But thank you, Dan, for requesting that. It was a good one to do today. So yeah, I think... yeah, Scotchbox is doing Hidden Object Game. That sounds like point and click. Have they been on for long? Are they going to be on for a while? They've been on 3 hours. Still going. Looks like it's a collaboration. Yeah, I mean, I always have promo stuff to do. They've just started a new one. Excellent. Thank you, Leaky. All right, let's go to the end screen. Not forget to actually end my stream properly. So I'm tired, so I'm going to say, we'll call it here. There we go. There's the raid messages. I thought I pressed the button. I didn't press the button. So we're going to go and say hi to Scotchbox, who's doing a Hidden Object Game, which is, you know, close enough to a point and click for us to raid in and my brain to think that that goes. Thank you everyone for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you so much to Ministry for the raid. Congrats everyone on their stream streaks. If you've not got your daily Chivo, grab it now because we are heading out in about 30 seconds. Otherwise, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. We've got some promo stuff at the weekend, possibly a co-stream with Jesse. There we go. See, that's where I do the reminder. But yeah, nothing tomorrow. I'm tired, so I don't think I'll be doing anything tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, it'll be normal weekend streams. So we'll see where we're going. All right, grab a raid message. Let's go say hi, and I can get to bed with my book and my hot water bottle. It's fuzzy. Anyway, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and I bid you good night.